The year is 1162, a time when the vast Mongolian steppes are a land of endless horizons and untamed wilderness. In the heart of these steppes, a boy named Temujin is born into a turbulent world. His birth marks the beginning of a journey that will change the course of history. The Mongols, a nomadic people, are divided into warring tribes. Each tribe fiercely defends its territory and resources, leading to constant skirmishes and battles. Their lives are a constant struggle for survival against harsh climates and rival clans. The steppes are unforgiving, with brutal winters and scorching summers testing their endurance. Temujin's own life is touched by tragedy early on. The loss of his father, a respected chieftain, leaves a deep scar on the young boy. His father is poisoned by a rival tribe, leaving young Temujin and his family to fend for themselves. This betrayal and loss shape his early years, teaching him the harsh realities of life. This early hardship tempers Temujin, instilling in him resilience, cunning and a thirst for leadership. He learns to navigate the complexities of tribal politics and survival. Growing up in the harsh steppes, Temujin learns the ways of the Mongols. He becomes adept at riding horses, a skill essential for any Mongol warrior. He becomes a skilled horseman, archer and warrior. His prowess in these areas earns him respect and recognition among his peers. He witnesses firsthand the brutal consequences of disunity among his people. The constant infighting weakens the Mongol tribes, making them vulnerable to external threats. This experience fuels a burning ambition in him to unite the Mongol tribes and bring peace and prosperity to his people. He dreams of a unified Mongolia, strong and invincible. The steppes, often seen as desolate and unforgiving, become the crucible in which the character of the future Genghis Khan is forged. It is here that he hones his skills, sharpens his mind, and prepares for the monumental task ahead. Temujin's rise to power is a tale of strategic alliances and ruthless ambition. He begins by consolidating his power base, forging alliances with key tribal leaders. He understands that unity is key to survival in the unforgiving steppes. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategic marriages, and decisive military victories, he gradually brings the warring Mongol tribes under his control. His leadership qualities shine through, his charisma inspires loyalty, his vision unites disparate factions, and his unwavering determination overcomes all obstacles. By 1206, Temujin achieves the unthinkable. He unites the Mongol tribes, a feat no one has accomplished before. In a grand Kurultai, a traditional Mongol assembly, he is proclaimed Genghis Khan, the Great Khan, the ruler of all Mongols. Genghis Khan's military genius is undeniable. He builds a formidable army, renowned for its discipline, mobility and mastery of mounted warfare. His soldiers, trained from childhood in the art of riding and archery, are unmatched in their skill and endurance. They move with lightning speed, appearing out of nowhere to overwhelm their enemies. But Genghis Khan's military success is not solely due to brute force. He is a master strategist, employing innovative tactics such as feigned retreats, flanking maneuvers, and the use of smoke signals for communication. He understands the importance of intelligence gathering, employing spies and scouts to gather information on his enemies. Genghis Khan's military campaigns are marked by their speed, precision, and often their ruthlessness. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, the Mongol Empire explodes outward from the steppes, transforming from a collection of nomadic tribes into a formidable military force. His armies conquer vast swathes of territory, from China in the east to Persia in the west, demonstrating unparalleled strategic prowess and adaptability. They clash with the mighty Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia, conquering cities like Samarkand and Bukhara, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. His campaigns are not without their brutality, as the Mongol forces employ ruthless tactics to subdue their enemies. Cities that resist face destruction, their populations decimated, and their cultural heritage obliterated. However, Genghis Khan is not driven solely by conquest. He is a visionary leader who seeks to create a lasting legacy. He is a pragmatic ruler who understands that a stable empire requires more than just military might. He values effective governance and strategic planning. He implements policies aimed at consolidating his conquests, ensuring that the territories he conquers are well managed and integrated into his empire. He establishes a system of relay stations known as the Yam to facilitate communication and troop movements across his vast empire, enhancing administrative efficiency. He promotes trade, offering protection to merchants who travel the Silk Road, thereby fostering economic growth and cultural exchange across his dominion. Section 5. The Silk Road awakens trade and cultural exchange. Genghis Khan's empire, though born of conquest, ironically ushers in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity along the Silk Road. With the Mongol conquest comes stability and security. Trade flourishes, connecting east and west like never before. Merchants, diplomats and travelers from all corners of the known world traverse the Silk Road, exchanging goods, ideas and knowledge. This cultural exchange has a profound impact on the world. Chinese silk and porcelain, Indian spices and Islamic knowledge find their way to Europe. Meanwhile, European travelers and missionaries venture east, bringing back tales of the Mongol Empire and the wonders of the East. Section 6. Law and Order, the Yasa Code's impact. Genghis Khan understands that a vast empire requires a unified legal system. He implements a new legal code known as the Yasa, which applies to all subjects of the Mongol Empire regardless of their ethnicity or religion. The Yasa Code emphasizes law and order, promoting religious tolerance, protecting merchants and travelers, and outlawing practices like kidnapping and slavery. Though harsh in some aspects, the Yasa Code brings stability and justice to the empire. It helps to integrate the diverse peoples conquered by the Mongols, fostering a sense of unity and shared identity. Section 7. A World Transformed, the Legacy of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan dies in 1227, but his empire lives on, expanding even further under his successors. His sons and grandsons continue his legacy of conquest, reaching Eastern Europe and the Middle East. The Mongol Empire, at its peak, stretches from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, becoming the largest contiguous land empire in history. Genghis Khan's impact on the world is undeniable. He reshaped the political map of Asia and beyond, leaving a lasting legacy on the demographics and cultures of the regions he conquered. He facilitated cultural exchange and trade on an unprecedented scale, connecting East and West in ways never seen before. Section 8. Debating Genghis Khan, a legacy marred by brutality. Genghis Khan's legacy is complex and often debated. His name evokes a range of emotions and opinions from admiration to horror. He is remembered as a brilliant military strategist, a charismatic leader, and a unifier of his people. His ability to lead and inspire his troops was unparalleled, and his innovative tactics changed the course of warfare. However, his conquests came at a terrible cost. The scale of destruction and loss of life was immense, leaving a lasting scar on the regions he conquered. Millions perished during his campaigns, cities were razed to the ground, and entire populations were decimated. The brutality of his methods has led many to view him as a ruthless tyrant. The debate surrounding his legacy centers on the question of whether the benefits of his rule, such as the Pax Mongolica and the revitalization of the Silk Road, outweigh the immense human cost of his conquests. The Pax Mongolica brought a period of relative peace and stability, facilitating trade and cultural exchange across vast distances. Was he a visionary leader who brought progress, or a ruthless conqueror who left a trail of destruction in his wake? The contrast between the prosperity he enabled and the devastation he caused is stark and thought-provoking. There are no easy answers, and his legacy continues to be a subject of fascination and debate among historians and scholars. The complexity of his character and the duality of his impact ensure that Genghis Khan remains one of history's most enigmatic figures. Section 9. Conclusion: the enduring shadow of the Great Khan. Over 8 centuries after his death, Genghis Khan remains a figure of immense historical significance. He rose from humble beginnings to become the ruler of the largest contiguous land empire in history, forever altering the course of world events. His story is a testament to the power of ambition, leadership, and the enduring legacy of one man on the course of history. From the steppes of Mongolia to the history books of today, the shadow of the great Khan continues to loom large, a reminder of the enduring impact of a life lived on an epic scale.